Hi, my name is Jay Park from TerraImmune.
My name is Dennis Ham from TerraImmune.
Hyphen Quave, SAPA-GP. And good morning, Dennis and Jay.
Good morning.
And welcome to the conference. And you've been here for a day and a half so far, right? And how do you feel about the conference?
Yes, I like the conference a lot, since especially because there's not just one sector, or like there's a government, there's an industry expert, and there's also service providers and the partners. I think it's a great event that everyone can get it, come together and discuss about the cell and gene therapy.
So hopefully you're getting a lot of scientific information as
Yes.
well as opportunity to network.
Right.
Okay,
That's correct.
That's great. And Jay, one question for you. Can you just tell us a little more on what product your company is working on? What kind of the science behind it? And-
Sure. So TerraImmune is developing immune cell therapies using the regulatory T cell, shortly Treg cells, to treat the autoimmune diseases and immune-related disorders. So all the science background is developed or was born from the NIH, the National Institutes of Health. And my partner, my main founder, Dr. Yongchan Kim, invented all the technologies. And we licensed in them from the government institute to our company. So we have the first pipeline of the Treg cell therapies using the combined with the T cell receptor to target the anti-drug antibody problem in the hemophilia A patients. And we recently received the IND clearance from the US FDA, and we believe we can expand it to the other ADA problems observed in the adenovirus gene therapies or other biologics. And we have 5 different pipelines as well. And the science is very simple. We just use the short form of oligodeoxynucleotide to stabilize and to make the functional Treg cells in vitro, which is good enough for the transfer to the patients and to treat the diseases.
Okay, thank you. I think this sounds very promising. And if you've been successful, there's always risk associated with drug development.
Sure.
And how do you see your final product is going to change patient's life?
So our cell therapy can stay in the patient's body longer than a year, and we expect it can stay in the patient's body more than 2 to 3 years. So imagine that all the autoimmune diseases, the patients with the autoimmune diseases need to take the steroid or other the immunosuppressors for their entire life. But with that, our advanced technologies, the patients doesn't need to care about the everyday or every other day treatment. It's
That
just
would be
one
much
time.
more. That's much more convenient.
Right.
Okay, all right, thank you. And one more question, because I think the stuff you're doing actually apparently is very different than most of the companies here. They're working on an oncology product. What kind of unique situation you will be facing, or unique challenges you will be facing? Like, would there be any access consideration for your product?
Yes, so imagine that the CAR T cells grew up very quickly. After the 2019 with the Kymriah and the Yescarta, all the environment are growing up very quickly. But there was no Treg company. No company was dedicating onto the Treg part. So we needed to set up the manufacturing processes by ourselves, and we need to test every single thing to make the commercially available and the clinical grade to make the clinical grade Treg cells. So that is I think the Treg cell industry is also growing up by seeing that about 5 to 6 new companies incorporated last year in the United States and Europe. And I believe there are some threats and some hardness to make the Treg company, but I believe this industry will grow very quickly as we've seen in the CAR T cell therapies.
Okay, great. And thank you again, Dennis and Jay, to stop by and enjoy the rest of your conference.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.